Lianna here. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, hello. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the alarm button. If you're returning, so great to have you. Come back and support me. Thank you so much for coming back. So swinging, we're going to talk about swinging and what is there to fear around swinging? Why are we so afraid to go into this kind of exploratory place? Now, when you're in a long-term relationship, and I work with couples, I work with adventurous couples in long-term relationships who are wanting to create extraordinary sex lives, right? So if you're in a long-term relationship, you've got to change up your intimate and sexual life a number of times as you are together in this long period of time. Otherwise, you will get to points where sex is boring, not interesting anymore, the same thing over and over and over again. You've got to change it up big time. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to start swinging or go non-monogamous, but it is an option. It is an option. And I talk about lots of different kinds of options that you can take. You can check out some of my other videos. But one of the options is swinging, right? Now, swinging is for adventurous couples and couples who are solid couples, okay? If you are thinking of swinging, if you're thinking that it would be really fun to switch partners and have sex with lots of different people in a big room and go to sex parties and go wild sexually, then before you even do that, you and your partner need to get solid in your relationship, okay? You need to get solid in who you are as sexual beings. So first, let's say you have a strong base of a relationship, okay? If you don't, then you got to work on that first. You got to make sure that you're both on the same page, that you've had some sexual experience with each other, that you're comfortable talking about sex with each other, and maybe you've already started to talk about sex with strangers. You have to be in a place where you're comfortable with your body, okay? Because when you go into a swinging scenario, you are going to be exposing your physical, sexy, naked body. And so you have to be really dropped in and present and comfortable with your body. This is going to help you have much better experience. It's going to help you feel more relaxed because you're not going to be so focused on, ooh, what do I look like? Am I too big? Am I too small? Am I too this? Am I too that? Everybody is so different and so unique in their shape and size. And it's not about actually what your shape and size is. It's about what you feel about yourself inside. Now, I have seen large women, large men, really thin women, thin men, all sorts of shapes and colors and sizes. And the people who stand out are not necessarily people that are the hottest, like as in what we consider hot. I mean, the hot people do stand out. It's just natural, like, wow, physically beautiful. But if there's nothing inside, even that most physically beautiful person, because I have known even the most physically beautiful person that doesn't feel that they look, that they're not embracing their beautiful bodies. They're just not. They're insecure about it. But more than often, the person or the people that are the most sort of sexual, the most sensual, the most attractive are not the hottest people. They are the people that really have dropped into feeling good about their bodies. And there are people of all sizes I've seen that do this. Brazil is a good example, where if you go to the beaches on Brazil, women and men of all shapes and sizes embrace their body. This is my human body, and everyone's in their little G-strings, strutting around, fully secure in their bodies, in whatever shape it is. So you want to get into that place. I love my body, I love my body, I love my body. So that when you go into a place where you're going to get partially naked or maybe completely naked and you're going to have sex with other people, you want to feel good about yourself so that you radiate that energy around. Now, if you're still kind of shy, you're not sure about, you're scared of, exposing your body, but you and your partner have been like, we would really like to try this and we want to go, it's okay to do that too. Maybe you want to create a boundary where we're not going to play with anybody this first time. We're just going to go observe and see what they do at swing clubs. It's completely open and available to you to go into a club and just observe. That's actually a kink, being what is that called? Someone who's not an observer, but voyeur. That is actually a kink, somebody who is a voyeur, and there are lots of voyeurs at these clubs. That's what they like to do. They just like to watch. And there's other people who are exhibitionists. I mean, they just like to perform and show off and do all sorts of crazy sexual things with other people. So everybody has their kink. Everybody has their desire. Check out my video on kink desires. And you have to discover yours. So it's really good to go in for the first time with your partner, just deciding we're not going to play with anybody. We're just going to go and observe and see what's going on and see what gets you excited, see what turns you on, observe what people are doing and observe what you are feeling. Be curious about how you're feeling as you make your way around the club or the private event that you're at, and see, how do I feel here? What gets me excited? You know, maybe I just feel like watching, and that's okay. Or maybe, wow, I'd really like to participate in that kind of an event, or I'd like to participate with these people, or you know, so take your time. Every step that you move into exploring the swinging community is positive direction towards opening up your own sexual being. Many swing clubs allow couples in. They want to encourage couples to come, and there are single women that are also usually invited in, and single men can come with couples or with special invitations. So every club has their own kind of way of dealing with the kind of people they want to bring into their club. Most of the clubs are usually private. If it's a gay swing club, it's very different in that kind of scenario. So check out what the policies are of the club. They usually have them all written down, or you can call and talk to someone. People that are running these swing clubs are open, wonderful people. You know, once you expose and open yourself sexually, you expand, you grow, you become more comfortable with sex, more comfortable talking about it, watching it, seeing it, and you realize it's just not as scary as it's all made out to be. You know, sex is a very, very natural thing for us to do. It's a very healing modality for our bodies. It's an important aspect of who we are as human beings. And in a long-term relationship, and long-term can be a year, you know, or it could be 20 years that you decide that you want to go and explore sexually in a swing club. It's possible. There are clubs for younger people. There's clubs for older people. There's clubs for everybody going in together. There are clubs that have different kinds of nights, depending, you know, because they realize that certain people are more comfortable with certain things and other people are comfortable with other things. So they have sort of theme kind of nights so that it could be more comfortable for you. Swing clubs are there to help you, to provide you with entertainment, to provide you with the facility so that you can enjoy yourself. You can go and have, you know, some fun and swinging activities. Now, I've been to lots of different swing clubs, mostly in the city of Vancouver, Canada, where there are a lot of possibilities. There's lots of different possibilities in all the cities, but you just have to kind of tap into the right communities. And the first time I went, I was terrified, okay? Terrified. I went with my partner. He was terrified too. But we were like married for 14 years at that point. And we really wanted to do something different. And the swing club was like, oh, wouldn't this be like, this would be so exciting. Let's go. And we did decide that, okay, we're just going to be together. Let's just go look. Like, we're together. This is a little secret adventure we're going on. And we're just going to go and watch and see what's going on. And we were so surprised by this particular club because they welcomed us in. They gave us a tour of the facility. They were so friendly and chatty. They said if you have any problems or if anybody bothers you or anything, then, you know, we're here to help, to help make this experience really, really great for you. yeah, it was beautiful. They had lockers available for us to put our clothes in, for us to change, because you bring something to change into when you arrive, and or put your valuables there, lock up your valuables, and then off you go into this beautiful adventurous evening. And the first time we went, we just observed. We had never been before. We were very scared, and we just walked around and watched what people were doing. The whole downstairs was where there was no sex happening on the main floor. It was just dancing and people drinking and talking, some performances happening. The upstairs had full out varieties of sexual activities going on. There were private rooms that you could go in with people. There was open sexual areas. There was sort of the gangbang area. There was private areas for couples. And so it was all just very well planned out and very comfortable. And we ended up talking to a lot of people that first time, which was really exciting, because there were a lot of newbies there, and everybody was scared. We realized we're not the only scaredy cats here. There's a lot of scared people, but we're curious, So we had some really, really good conversations that set us up for the next time we went, because once you leave after the first experience, you can then have a really good conversation with your partner and talk about what you liked, what you didn't like, what turned you on, what do you want to do next time, and really get into planning yourself for the next event that you attend. Okay. If you don't have a very good time there are some clubs that might not really suit you. There are other clubs. Don't put all the power into that one place. Okay, maybe it'll be, well, this particular place did not work. It wasn't really what we expect. It's not what we expected. You never know what you expect, but it didn't fulfill our hopes and desires like we had thought. Let's try somewhere else and see if there's a different kind of atmosphere. And there's lots of different kinds of swinging clubs, from people hosting them in their homes, privately, to actual full-out clubs that operate in various cities with dancing and bars and big playroom areas, to very late night kind of clubs that are smaller or larger, to mansion parties, mansion inn swing parties, which are where someone rents a big mansion up on a hill with a pool, and every room is decked out for your pleasure and entertainment. So lots of different possibilities. Enjoy, explore. If you are an adventurous couple and you want to just open up a little bit your sexual beings and explore with your most intimate loved one, then this is a really, really fun adventure that you may consider going on. And if you would like some help getting into expanding your intimate and sexual life, then get on a call with me. I have a complimentary free intimacy planning session. I will share my most potent work with you and help you plan what direction you're going to go, and we can have a great chat. I just love talking to people about this, because I love talking about it. And I love helping people open up to just much more expanded, more pleasurable, intimate and sexual lives. So get on a call with me. I will post the link in the description. There's limited spaces, so get on as soon as you can. I would love to have a chat with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. It's so great to be here. So wonderful to be here every week. And I'll be back here next Thursday talking about some other aspect around sex and intimacy. Mwah. Much love.